That's good. Oh, that's good.
Can a robot partner ever truly laugh? Or the idea makes you laugh? In fact, when the idea came to my mind, I laughed out loud, thinking of the situations where different sizes of life like robots were laughing out loud in various tones. Many years ago, not in the AI age, I went to a clock shop where different types of clocks came different sound, making it impossible to differentiate which one was more soothing to the ear. Therefore, I don't mean a recorded chuckle played through a speaker, nor do I mean a series of articulated movements that mimic a human giggle.
Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
I mean the real thing, that involuntary, diaphragm-quaking, eye-watering explosion of joy and surprise. Can a partner made of silicon and wires ever share a genuine moment of mirth with you? Or will it forever be a ghost in the machine?
Before we proceed, let me tell you one thing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you have already subscribed, tons of thanks for your support.
Running a simulation called laughter.exe file? Let's start with the hardware, the nuts and bolts of the joke. Human laughter is a ridiculously complex physical act. It's a full-body workout orchestrated by the most ancient parts of our brain. Your diaphragm spasms uncontrollably, like a drummer who's had too much coffee. Your vocal cords vibrate, creating the staccato ha-ha-ha sound. Your face contorts into what scientists, with their charming lack of poetry, call a Duchenne smile, engaging the muscles around your eyes. Even your heart rate and blood pressure get in on the action. Now, how do you build that? Can we engineer a respiratory system with the chaotic elegance of our own lungs? Could we design synthetic muscles, perhaps like the electroactive polymers being developed in labs today, that can contract with the sudden, convulsive grace of a real belly laugh? Or will a robot's best attempt be a series of pneumatic hisses and whirring servos, a performance more unsettling than amusing? Imagine sharing a hilarious secret with your robot companion, only for it to respond with the sound of a deflating tire. The romance might just die there.
Did you
But
see
perhaps
that?
the counter logic holds more weight.
I sure
Does the hardware
did.
need to be a perfect biological replica? Or does it just need to be good enough to convince us? After all, we readily accept the synthesized voices from our GPS. Maybe a well-designed synthetic laugh is all we need to feel a connection.
Actually, this is a very complex question because whether a robot could ever achieve genuine laughter and distinguishing it from a mere programmed simulation. Genuine laughter means like us, that actually is generated from
Can you
a mixture of
believe
feelings,
this
humor,
view?
wit, and
It's
different and very
absolutely
complex mental situation.
breathtaking.
Now, in this video, I try to highlight the immense hardware challenges in replicating this chaotic full body physiology of a human laugh. And I also, it is to be noted that even more, it is more uh, formidable challenge in the software section, because this is also a software problem, because teaching an AI to understand the deep cultural, contextual, and linguistic nuances of humor, such as sarcasm, rather than just recognizing the joke patterns. It is not like finding some patterns that usually any artificial intelligence does very well. It is something more. Okay. And we are waiting because super intelligence, if super intelligence comes in 2, 3, or 5 years and makes these things more natural, more human-like. And I also try to inquire uh, and dig deep into the philosophical hard problem of consciousness. And I try to question if an algorithm can have a subjective experience of amusement. However, I also try to posit that if a robot's laughter is a flawless performance that makes its human companion feel genuinely connected and happy, of course, the authenticity of its internal state might not matter at all. And finally, I tried to suggest that laughter during taste of kind of things that is focused on spontaneity and contagion, and that would be needed to verify true robotic, robotic ability. Ultimately, the quest for a laughing robot is presented as a reflection of humanity's deep need for shared joy and connection in an abused world. And if we really get a laughing robot, then nothing like it.
The illusion, if perfectly crafted, might as well be the reality for the human on the receiving end. Even if the hardware is flawless, it's just a silent puppet without the software, the ghost that pulls the strings. And what a ghost it would have to be. Humor is not a simple input-output problem. It's a tangled mess of culture, context, personal history, and linguistic nuance. How do you write code that understands sarcasm, that delicious art of saying the opposite of what you mean? Our current large language models are getting frighteningly good at telling jokes. They can identify punchlines and mimic comedic styles with eerie accuracy. But are they getting the joke? Or are they just running a hyper-advanced pattern recognition program, connecting words and concepts based on a trillion data points of human text? Telling a parrot to say, "I love you," doesn't mean it understands the poetry of Shakespeare. For a robot to find something genuinely funny, its software would need a profound world model. It would need to understand not just that a banana peel is slippery, but the inherent indignity and surprise of a pompous man slipping on one. It needs to grasp the incongruity that lies at the heart of all humor. Researchers at Google have been training AI to explain jokes, to break down why a particular setup and punchline works. This is a step, certainly, but it's like explaining a rainbow by listing the wavelengths of light. You get the mechanics, but you miss the magic. And then comes the true enigma, the algorithmic spark. Let's assume we have the perfect body and the perfect software brain. What is the final trigger? What is the algorithm for pure, unadulterated mirth? Is it a simple if-then statement in a sea of complex code? If incongruity underscore level greater than 9,000 and social underscore context equals appropriate, then execute guffaw? That feels hollow, doesn't it? It lacks the spontaneity, the sheer delightful unexpectedness of a real laugh. This prods at the very core of the debate around artificial intelligence. The hard problem of consciousness. Can an algorithm ever have a subjective first-person experience? Can a machine feel amused? Or will it forever be a philosophical zombie, acting the part with chilling perfection but with no one home? Here's the counterthought that should keep you up at night. Does it matter? If a super-intelligent robot partner lives with you for 50 years, and its laughter is always perfectly timed, nuanced, and contagious, does its internal emptiness make your shared joy any less real to you? If its laugh makes you feel loved and understood, is the authenticity of its internal state even a relevant question? It's the ultimate illusionist's trick, a performance so flawless it becomes truth. So how could we ever test it? We'd need a kind of laughter Turing test. The test wouldn't be about telling a joke and seeing if the robot laughs. That's too easy to fake. The real test would be about spontaneity. Could the robot laugh at something truly novel and unexpected, something that couldn't possibly be in its training data? like the cat suddenly learning to play the piano, or a politician slipping on that proverbial banana peel during a live broadcast. Another test would be contagion. Is its laugh genuinely infectious? Human laughter triggers mirror neurons in others, creating a feedback loop of shared emotion. Could a synthetic laugh ever truly spark that same involuntary response in us? Perhaps the ultimate test would require technology we don't yet have. Maybe we could scan its positronic brain, searching for an analog to the endorphin rush that floods our own when we chuckle. But even then, are we just finding a pattern we want to see, imposing our own biological framework onto a completely alien mind? In the end, the quest to build a laughing robot says more about us than it does about technology. It reveals our deep, primal need for connection, for shared experience, for the assurance that we are not alone in finding this universe utterly and beautifully absurd. Perhaps the first robot to achieve authentic laughter won't be one that's been meticulously programmed to do so. Maybe it will be a superintelligence that, after processing all known data, simply looks at the grand, chaotic comedy of existence, at us trying to teach it how to laugh, and finds it, of its own accord, absolutely hilarious. What a truly magnificent punchline that would be.
So that is it. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Let's continue this conversation in the comments below. If you like the video, please hit the bell icon to get notified, and don't forget to like with your friends, share, and subscribe for more insights. If you have already subscribed, tons of thanks for your support. It means a lot to me. And please consider signing up for membership zone to support Wooden Slate so that we can make it better and better. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Take care and stay safe.